Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Second and 9 now. And his throw here is incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. They'll look to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the 1st down.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. This defense for the Vikings, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Oh, I see you nodding your head along with me, partner, because it's pretty obvious what they were trying to do there on the drag route. With his speed, they're hoping he can turn the corner and maybe take this to the house. But that was excellent work defensively to make sure once he caught it, he wasn't going anywhere.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Looking to throw. Throwing left side, and Watson has it. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3. And now a decision here on the opening drive. 4th and very short, this part of the field. What do you think they do, CD?
I think you go for it. I think there's a lot of game left to be played. I like the advantage that they're trying to create here early. I say be aggressive and try and get it done.
They'll run for it with Eckler. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. He needed 2. He only got 1. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. To throw is Brissett. Flushed out right. Over the middle, complete. That's Cook. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down. So first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he stopped immediately there. Kyle Duggar up to make the tackle. The Vikings sit 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They run it again with Cook, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the third down stop. Brissett setting up the screen for Cook. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll bring up fourth down. On fourth down, Dom Maggio out to punt. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood. We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Vikings are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice, because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
A first down throw for Brissett. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Julian Blackmon. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. Well, their defense got them the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brandon, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We got two. Do I hear three? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pickup there of 22. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense, because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
Now back to throw. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down in distance. Knew it wasn't third down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. He'll look to throw. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. No score after 1 on EA Sports. like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Harris. And he pushed forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Vikings, they come up big down near the goal line. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Well, that gives them a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space. Create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. So after a scoreless first quarter, we at least finally get some points on the board.
But it can't be what either of us expected, can it?
No, the safety's not what you expect for the first points of the game, but one of the goose eggs is gone. This will be taken at the 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Here's 2nd and 8. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. The Packers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. They're going to look to throw. And this pass broken up. The contact well in time there. And now 4th down. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll make it second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because of the drag route. And he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
Dom Maggio sent on now to punt it away. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. This is taken around the 12. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. So call that a 56-yard punt with a return of about 11. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10.
Okay, ready?
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the 1st half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
1st down, and they stick with Eckler. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
2 minutes remaining in this 1st half of football. From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Locates Hardman for another catch. And he is going to have the Packers' 1st down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
He'll let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. He'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half.
Come on. Hey. 19, driver, 19, back. Hurt. Right there, hurt.
Now we've got movement up front, and I think this is going to be on Minnesota. A full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They'll look to throw here. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Now we've got movement up front, and I think this is going to be on Minnesota. Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Back to throw. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 35. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. This one brought in by Jefferson. And they'll work this down inside the 30. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the 1st half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. Joseph's got it, and that will do it for this 1st half. So a very tight 1st half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the 2nd half. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, check that streak.
Here's Cook again. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st.
Check, man. Check, man.
third down, he'll drop to throw. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
Multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack.
The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 17. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Being chased out left.
Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be second and a couple.
Everyone has their strengths, able to move to their right or their left, being able to throw the football. So that means you've got to work on both because you never know which way you're going to get flushed by pressure. In this situation, able to escape to his left and makes an accurate throw.
Eckler now between the tackles. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Buying time to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
And Daniil Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll kick it away for the second time. "51 yards on the punt there. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
Come on.
2nd and 15.
They'll set up to throw.
Right back to Cook for another completion.
And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5. They'll set up a throw. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points. But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
A third quarter now, a one-point game as they line up 2nd and 10.
Completes it to Hardman. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And they send the tight end in motion. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
They'll look to throw now on first down.
They'll drop this one off to Eckler.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third.
Second and 14.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Throw right side going to be caught by Hardman. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, to watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
They go play action here on first down. Catch is made by Hardman. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Up the middle with Eckler. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
He's brought down the 15-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
He'll drop to throw.
He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown.
Mecole Hardman.
His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Packers have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Well, I think we both got to thinking the team that scores the first TD may be the one to win this football game, and here we go. Our first touchdown, and it comes in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, and it's a testament that both of these defenses were able to hold the line this long, but now on the other side of the field, they've got to be thinking if they got it done, we should be able to punch one in ourselves.
Trap 60. Buffalo 18.
They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. So the two-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth-quarter lead. He hits the big target for the two-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
Like the design that we're seeing right there, this is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Not a blitz, but the guy who's normally the last line of defense recognizes he had a chance to get to the quarterback, and that's exactly what he did.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
Okay, break. Right. Come back in.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly.
And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Darnell Savage.
And the Packers have just about sewn up this football game.
The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
At the 43-yard line.
It's Eckler again. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Out of the gun, And they'll look to throw. This pass going to be caught by Hardman.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
It doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Now a first down carry for Harris. And some space here. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the strain the next 2 to 3 seconds to continue to move people.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. The handoff, it's Eckler. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line.
Well, obviously, Charles, this was by no means an offensive track meet. I mean, the defenses were the story in this ball game, but, hey, they got enough points to. That's all that matters.
You're absolutely right about that, partner. In such a low-scoring game, it completely changes everything you had planned to do out there. Fortunately for them, they got just enough scoring to bring home the win, and in this type of a game, to play their defense, that became one of their biggest keys.
So for the Packers, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll return home next week to take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they'll fall to 1-2, and they'll be at home next week for a date with the Houston Texans.